As of tonight, the whole world is in a fierce fight against a virus. And think of these people as our Jedi warriors, mobilized, ready to take action. I've been talking to dozens of scientists who are staying up all night in their labs trying to find the treatment and the vaccine.
This is an assault on humanity.
Around the clock, 7 days a week for our patients that are trusting us.
What is the next step? What do I need to do next that could help our country get through this crisis?
One scientist, this doctor, called in a team to perform an Olympic event.
Thank you guys all for calling in.
Analyzed 7,000 studies, 18,000 patients, 161 treatments to find out which ones are starting to work. He skips meals, steals a few minutes with his daughter in his office, and shares his findings with everyone. From California, I talked to the legendary scientist who co-invented the groundbreaking tool CRISPR, something new that could fix diseases right in your genes. She's now turned her whole lab toward COVID testing. As of tonight, they're providing virus tests to people who may have been left behind so far. Nursing home residents, firefighters, those experiencing homelessness. I saw a sign that someone had held up through the window for you and your teams, and it said, "Thank you, sincerely the people of Berkeley and the whole world."
As you know, Diane, this is an urgent need around America and globally right now, is to understand how widespread this virus is and to help people who might be infected to get the care they need.
And since we know the Holy Grail is a vaccine that prevents people from getting the illness, how fast can it happen? Keep in mind, in history, the fastest time from identifying a virus to having a vaccine has been years. It took 4 years for mumps. As of tonight, scientists are trying to do it in a fraction of the time. And regular people are trying to help by offering their bodies to help test if it works. At least 10 human vaccine trials are already underway in the world.
The injection site feels like I got a pretty good punch.
I don't want to be sitting down not doing anything where I could potentially help out.
This was a way that I could feel useful instead of useless.
And as we know, until there's a safe vaccine, we only have our primitive tools to prevent contracting the virus. The first, of course, social distancing. We have now learned that 35% of people who could be spreading the virus may display no symptoms at all, which is a reason we're told to stay at least 6 feet away. But if someone decides to sneeze, what good does 6 feet do you? A cloud of particles, which may or may not contain the virus, could spread as far as 26 feet. And we saw that Chinese study of a woman with no symptoms in a crowded restaurant with no windows. She spread the virus to 9 people around her, as far as 15 feet away. Droplets in her breath possibly carried by the slipstream of the air conditioner. And over the months, so much confusion about masks.
You can increase your risk of getting it by wearing a mask.
I wear my face covering to protect you, and you wear yours to protect me.
We don't want people to get an artificial sense of protection.
We even watched the vice president go to the Mayo Clinic and not follow their policy to wear a mask. Then 2 days later, there he is at a factory in a mask. And if you still don't think a mask could make a difference, take a look at this video. This is how much we spray saliva at each other in our everyday conversations.
Stay healthy.
Put a mask on, that spray is dramatically different.
Stay healthy.
Here it is again, without the mask.
Stay healthy. Stay healthy.
And we know as the symptoms spread, they're a kind of Russian roulette, ranging from the strange,
swollen, painful discolorations of the tips of my toes,
loss of taste and smell, shaking, and other symptoms that are very severe.
I want to die suffocating and then going into cardiac arrest.
The virus can apparently bring on inflammation of blood vessels, causing strokes in healthy adults, and implicated in that rare syndrome we've seen in children. And right now, there are 2 types of treatments that have shown real promise, but both are administered through IVs, and both are for patients in the hospital. One is remdesivir, and then there are the antibodies that appear in people who have fought off the disease. Someone who's recovered gives blood. It's separated into plasma. Here's the plasma. Think of it as liquid gold with antibodies in it. In as little as 3 weeks, one company already making antibodies in their lab will begin testing to see if their antibodies can prevent or treat COVID. But once again, it's all of us now heeding the call for each other. It started in the amazing lab of Dr. Florian Kramer and his team in Mount Sinai.
And so you can see that some of these wells changed color.
They identified those golden antibodies, and the headline tonight is that plasma does seem to work in some patients.
We want to study if these antibodies can neutralize or block the virus.
We tracked down the first person in New York who was asked to be a plasma donor, and she could not have said yes faster.
She was the first one. I almost cried when I called her. She was so generous and so quick to go in and donate.
Tiffany Pinckney, single mom who works with the homeless. Well, I think you are a superwoman.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sawyer. I am truly humbled by this experience. You know, we all kind of need each other right now. And so I just pray this works.
We now know the patient she donated to is doing well.
It was not painful at all. And I would definitely recommend or encourage anyone who had the coronavirus and has beat it to go and volunteer to give your blood to see if you could potentially help people.
And across the country, thousands of other people have stepped up to donate. Like this man, James Crocker, who had recovered from COVID and saw a prayerful post on the internet about a patient who was in big trouble. So Crocker got in his car and drove 2 hours to the One Blood Donation Center in Florida to see if he qualified to help that stranger in the ICU. He donated, he was a match, and 4 days later, something happened in that hospital room.
We love you, Dad.
You gotta come on home, baby.
Yay! Love you, Daddy.
He's crying? Oh, baby, I see you. I see you.
After 19 days in the hospital, that patient, Kevin Rathel, came home. Friends and neighbors waiting for him, and his plasma donor too.
1 day, 2 days, 5 days, could make the difference.
So get out there, donate, and let's go make a difference.
It's the message of Pitbull with his famous anthem for this moment. Reminding us, as someone said, obstacles to the path are just the path. And one of the nation's foremost scientists told me, we're going to learn something from this crisis and use it to thrive.
Is there, from your study of history and literature and humanity, is there one sentence that always seems the most powerful to you for giving hope?
I think that we'll beat this, and I think that when this is all over and generations can look back, they will see that humanity rose up to the moment and generate a better world afterwards. Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.